everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Giants going up against the Eagles.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Trucks over him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Wentz now on first down. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very solid gain of 27. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And here's the first carry of the game for the former Eagle, LaShawn McCoy. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. So 5 yards remain now. Still first down. Out of the pistol, it's Yeldon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, second and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Again, it's McCoy. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got Will Tye complete. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Blunt. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Coney Ely, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Burt. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And he fends him off. He's going to rifle one deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And give him a gain of 37. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Fresh set of downs here. Now Wentz. The swing pass caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished up.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On second down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was superb a week ago. 3 sacks in that affair. Now 1 here in the second quarter.
Well, how about our conversations this week? With him, it's pretty simple. He said, I've got a few combinations I can try it out they haven't seen yet. And on the flip side, they thought they had a plan to block him. Might need to come up with something else because it looks like he's getting loose now.
Punch, counter punch. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. To throw, it's Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt, maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
New York set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Rodgers now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 39 that time. On first down, Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Toss. This is blocked. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be second and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Aaron Rodgers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. On second down, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. That one goes for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Noah Spence, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Rodgers again now. Eluding the pressure right. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll go again to McCoy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Rodgers steps away to his left. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Open space inside the 10. And this is caught at the 8. And out of bounds just shy of the end zone at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Aaron Rodgers with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. Barth now for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing is Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Wentz. Over the middle, complete. It's Burke. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Wentz now on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead. And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. And it's the Ravens that have moved out in front. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind. So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game. Rodgers to throw on second down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender. Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And McCoy loses the football. And the Eagles have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here. Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burke. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game. I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. From the gun on third down, Wentz.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Shift together here from the D-line. Wentz now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burke. And the ball is knocked out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Avery Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Wentz throwing on second down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Burke. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, it's Wentz. And he fires one, but incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they
now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. The swing pass caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. New York set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. He completes it to Bryant. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
That one goes for 24 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Rodgers on third down. Going deep here for Bryant. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to be caught. And how about that? Even after snapping it from back there, they still convert for the 2 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Eagles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing on first is Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Burt. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a handoff looking right. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. There wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He finds McCoy. Look at the spin.
Balance.
He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He'll look to throw. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. And that was taken away from him by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Eagles on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Wentz to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. New York set to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Antonio Brown, AB, with just one hand to complete that catch.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.